Up? Been a long time since I made a video. Chicka chicka MTV. All right, the date. It is 1/8 Trenta. That's 13 for y'all that don't know. And yes, I am repping the walnut. What? All right, so we are going to begin studying World War I, also known as the Great War, the war to end all wars. So it's known as several different types of things. In World War I, new war technology, such as the tank and machine gun, are going to contribute to a very large loss of life, never experienced in war. Soldiers are going to live in muddy trenches exposed to rats, lice, disease, while constantly under the threat of attack. In this chapter, we will learn about many aspects of World War I. We will also learn about the Russian Revolution. We will learn about new inventions in World War I that made it so much more devastating than previous wars. And we will learn how those new technologies have been used for more recent wars. So, again, this is probably one of my most favorite chapters, this and World War II, because basically between the period of 1914 and 1945, which that is when World War I and World War II occur, it's going to be one of the most destructive wars in history of humankind. As many as 60 million people died during these two wars. And basically, it was a global conflict, so everybody is going to be involved one way or another. The way we're going to get started with this chapter is I have a worksheet that I created, and it's just basically a previewing activity that lets you know what area this is taking place in, some of the key figures, some of the key countries, before we move on to the guided reading. So, the worksheet is on the middle of the table. It looks like this. It's a long one. You should have already completed the daily activity. If you don't remember how to set those up, please ask me or ask somebody next to you. A lot of you did not take advantage of those last semester, and it's a very easy way of getting you an opportunity to pass this class. Don't forget date, title, summary, learning target, answer learning target. All right, let's go ahead and go through this worksheet a little bit so that you understand what you're supposed to be doing. If you would like, pause, complete whatever I give you instructions for, or write the whole thing out, or listen to the whole thing and take notes, or whatever you want to do. This chapter 16, section 1 is going to be due today. I'm not going to have much more time to finish it. You will find a map of the world in the top right hand corner. Basically what I want you to do there is I want you to Google the continents, and I want you to title each area there of each continent. Then with a color of your choice, I want you to color in the area of Europe. World War I is going to basically take place in Europe, and so I want you to recognize where that is. So you will know that after you Google it, it's up in this area here, and that is basically what this area is right here. So this is just a much larger scale than this over here. Once you have titled each one of those continents and then shaded in the area of Europe with the color of your choice, you need to move on to the activity below. Now, each one of these are in your book. So if you'd like, go ahead, grab yourself a Libro from the backo. It's in the back on the bookshelf. Or feel free to Google any one of these. These all are characters or areas during World War I. So when you Google these things, make sure you check your resources and go to several different things before you write in an answer. You never know who's putting information on the internet. The first two, countries in the Triple Alliance and then countries in the Triple Entente, you must write those countries in underneath there, and you must do what's in parentheses. So grab yourself an orange colored pencil and color in the countries of the Triple Alliance. Grab yourself a green one and color in the countries of the Triple Entente. Neatness does matter. Come on now, be neat. So again, you must shade those in and you must write them in underneath that. Countries in the Balkans, same thing. You need to make sure you color them purple, and you need to make sure you write them underneath there. If you're Googling it, that's fine. Feel free to. But in your book on page 523, it's a very good map that shows you the countries in the Triple Alliance, the Triple Entente, and the Balkans. Don't forget, if you haven't answered your learning target was countries that were in the Triple Alliance, countries that were in the Triple Entente, so go back, revisit those, and get those answered. All right. All of these, make sure that you're answering them and completing what it says in the parentheses, such as, who was the Archduke Francis Ferdinand? Put a black star where he was from. Who was Gavrilo Princip? Put a black circle where he was from. Make sure that I can identify both those. Who was Emperor William II? Need to answer it underneath the question and do what it says in the parentheses. Where it says, what is mobilization? All you have to do is answer that one. Don't have to do anything on the map. Let's see. I think the rest is pretty self-explanatory. Just make sure you answer each one of the questions and then do what it asks you in the parentheses if it pertains to something on the map. All you're doing now is Chapter 16, Section 1. Don't move on to Section 2 yet. We'll do that at a later date. Once you're done, take it. Peekaboo. Fold it in half, okay, and put it in your binder. And then, if you show me you got everything finished and there's still time left, and you got your daily activity and your learning target all completed, the rest of the time is yours. Feel free to do what you would like, as long as you're following the 5 golden rules, doing what you're supposed to. So, holla.